like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Without further ado,
Hyperdellic.
Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic, and today we got something special. We've got something I've been waiting on for a minute. The Ghostbusters Plasma Pack, 4-pack with the O-ring figures. Yeah, the old Real American Hero style G.I. Joe looking figures. I gotta say, I am so crazy excited for this. So much so that I'm probably going to be filming this in between working hours that I really don't have time to be doing, but I gotta do it anyways. Because I gotta get this video out. I have been waiting for this. I thought that it wasn't going to be coming out until February, and there's our guys. Here's the back of the box if you want to take a look. I'm gonna slice the side open because it has a window that you can view. And I know a lot of people are like, oh no, what'd you do? I opened it. Oh, look at that. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. It's modeled, the box is kind of in the style of a VHS tape, and boy is it all raggedy like an old VHS tape. But it's in great condition. It just looks like it's not. But yeah, I am so excited for these. I have been waiting for these my whole entire life. Why we never got these originally and could have is beyond me. But you know what? Got them now. So I'm going to tear into this thing, and then we're going to come back and take a look. All right, let's do that.
Hyperdellic.
And I did play with them. And, oh boy, do I have things to say. Good things, actually. Pretty much all good things. I don't think I have one negative thing to gripe about, really. Other than maybe a couple of things about the Ecto-1, now that I have the figures that fit with it. Because kind of feel like they sort of sleight-of-handed us, this Ecto-1. All right, so first off, I'm gonna point out the fact that I glued in this because I was tired of it falling off, and I wanted Ray on there. Now, Ray is on there for one reason, and one reason only, because I couldn't get him to fit in the car. Okay? What a lot of people have been saying about the car is true. Now, when I tested it with Real American Hero G.I. Joe figures, I didn't put two people in the back. And as you can see, I got Egon back there. And, I mean, my gripe with this thing is constantly going to be that it's impossible to open up. And let's see if I can... Gotta really finagle this thing. So, as you can see, poor Egon is going to wind up with scoliosis. I'm sitting like that constantly. Good thing nowadays he's dead, because otherwise that would hurt his back. But yeah, you have to kind of crumple him in there. And then, if you want all four of them to be in there, you gotta squeeze them over in the front seat, which, I mean, it's a bench seat. You can fit another person in there. Like, I'll prove it. I can fit Egon up in the front. His legs out. So, I mean, you could have three guys in front. They're a little cramped, They want to, spread out. Move their legs apart. They don't want to have to do that whole game where, you're sitting next to a guy and, you don't know if you should, let your leg touch the other guy or make sure that your leg doesn't touch the other guy because, that might be weird. Shut up. You've all done it. We've all been in a car with our guys and then, been like, oh, do I let my leg touch? I don't know. That seems a little like I'm batting for the pink team. Not that there's anything wrong with batting for the pink team. I got lots of friends that bat for the pink team. It's just we're not always trying to, put that out there. So, these figures are splendiferous. I don't think I can glow enough about them or gush. These are some of my new favorite Ghostbuster toys. I may try to track down the Playmobil Firehouse, just because that's approximately the size. Now, I may even try to use the Playmobil Ecto-1 with these because it feels as though it fits better. And so just right off the bat, there's a couple of things that irk me about how these figures fit with the Ecto-1. The first thing is that this gurney is kind of a pain in the butt to put the packs on. right? I was hoping that they were going to be like easy, just snap in, but they're not. They you really got to work at it to get them to fit right. And then once you get them to fit right on the green, I mean, as you can see, this one just wants to keep on coming out. But I don't even need all 4 of them in there to show you what happens. Oh, jeez. There you go. I mean, it might be a godsend, honestly. We'll get it later. But here's the issue with the packs. You got to really try and squeeze them underneath the thing, and then once they're in, this gurney wants to keep tipping, right? So that's just kind of annoying. Even if you have a pack up here, it tips, okay? Even if you do. So that's sort of annoying. All right, so we're gonna put the gurney back in. Let's see if I can get this door back on. I mean, I obviously can, but I might not be able to do it for the sake of this video. We're just gonna pop it on and leave it. Okay, so we got to show the boys. All right, so right off the bat, here's Ray. And the first thing that kind of irks me are these goggles. Now, the goggle thing, the band is strong enough. It's not going to break or anything. Here we go. We're going to get some more light going over here. Ta-da. But when you slide them down like that, first off, they want to constantly slide all the way down. Okay, and then when you try to prop them back up, you got to like almost take them completely off and then slide the thing back down. I assume that over time it's gonna just, you know, fit right. You know, the plastic will stretch. My other gripe, and you know, some folks may not have this issue, but I kind of do, is that Hasbro constantly wants to keep using a plastic line, a hard plastic line, for the hose that connects the Neutrona wand to the proton pack. I really wish they would use some form of soft goods or string or something. If their excuse on this was that it would wear out in time, it's an O-ring figure that's going to wear out in time. Poor excuse if that's the excuse. But still looks cool. Still looks cool. And we're going to pack all of these guys out. And there's Egon. We're going to put the PKE meter in his hand. Now, I have made it so that his hand stretches a little bit. But otherwise, he kind of looks weird holding it. Okay? We're going to give Winston the ghost trap. And the ghost trap is pretty cool looking. I like it. There is not a lot of variation to these figures. Yes, even Winston is about the same. Other than the heads, they are pretty much the exact same figure. With the exception of Venkman, who has the untucked pants. He does not have them tucked in. And each proton pack is like this. Right? They come in the package separated. Right? So you pop this on there, and then the Neutrona wand can go on this little peg. There's a hole right there and a peg right there. And it looks like it's actually like it's formed in a way where if you put it the other way, it doesn't look right. I don't know. It doesn't look like it can go on there very well either. But again, that plastic Neutrona wand pose just kind of doesn't want to cooperate, right? Am I too gripey about it? Maybe. Maybe I am. But, you know, I want what I want. And I don't feel bad about wanting what I want. Especially when it comes to toys, right? Like, this ain't food. This isn't an article of clothing that I need to wear, right? This is a toy. This is a want, not a need. I'm going to gripe about the finer details. But what I will state that's nice is that the hands are not like a classic G.I. Joe hands. They're turned slightly so that it doesn't look weird when they're holding their Neutrona wand. But of course, they could have been made out of some harder plastic, because when your dude is holding his Neutrona wand, they tend to want to bend, right? Because everything doesn't fit in the exact right spot. So you kind of have to go loosey-goosey if you can. I sort of wish, that's one of the few things that I really wish they had changed. This hose, I wish it was a soft goods hose, and I may end up customizing that myself. And these hands, I wish that maybe the hands could rotate. That would have been excellent. Perhaps if they do the blue-gray jumpsuits, that will change. But yeah, overall, these figures look awesome. The likenesses are pretty good. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're good. You know, they're almost a kind of cartoonized version of the original Ghostbusters crew. You know, like almost what they probably should have done with the real Ghostbusters, but I mean, we got love for the real Ghostbusters too. All right, so we're going to do a close-up on these guys, and I'm going to show you some of the finer details of what they look like, and you know, the differences. There's only some minor differences. So yeah, we'll do that real quick. Right. Okay, here we are close up on Ray. Now, you can see some of the finer details. Again, that hose just wants to do its own thing. The proton packs are pretty good. There's some really cool detail in them. It looks pretty close to what you remember the proton packs looking like. I'm sure it's not one for one, but it is pretty good. Now, of course, we've got this awesome waist that the O-ring kind of lends to. Standard old G.I. Joe articulation, or G.I. Joe style articulation, because G.I. Joe was not the only line that used that. I mean, the Visionaries was bigger and they had the same articulation, and a bunch of other brands kind of copied and followed this kind of look. As you can see, there's a little bit of paint slop right there on the elbow. Aside from like that, these figures are pretty decent when it comes to the paint. There are some very small, minor mistakes that you're probably only seeing under my camera. There's some light coming off, and you know, there's a little bit of normal toy paint slop. I'm not going to complain too much. I really like these. So, again, I said the head, the goggles was a little difficult at first. But now that the plastic has kind of stretched out and it fits his head now, like this is a week past when I first shot the beginning of the video, right? So I played around with these for about a week, you know, had some fun, enjoyed like, you know, posing them and putting them in different, you know, positions and having them hunt down ghosts and stuff like that. I really dig the way that they came out. I think that these are really, like, the plastic is premium. It's very, very G.I. Joe-like. Like, when you got new G.I. Joe guys, that's how it felt. Like, I would keep one of these in my pocket. I'll probably carry around Venkman every now and again. But I think maybe once I customize the wand and get rid of this hose, because this hose is just, they're not great. Like, they suck, honestly. Or I might look on Etsy and see if there's a custom that's already been done for them. But yeah, I like it. They did a good job. I just, like I said, two minor issues. This and this hose and a lack of wrist articulation. That would have been cool. But here's the boots tucked in, so we can see, like, that's you know, it's a good sculpt for the boots. Like, they put some decent detail to it, right? So there's Ray. All right. Now we got Egon. Egon. Do, Ray, Egon. And Spangler, you know, looks pretty good. The glasses are good. The white that you're seeing right now, that's not paint. And it looks as though they sort of missed when they printed on the painting. I may have to touch that up. Yeah, oh yeah, they messed that up a lot. Okay, so Hasbro did not do such a great job. We're not going to let them off the hook completely. Again, Hasbro, QC, you guys need to get some better QC going. I would have waited until February to not have paint slop. Jeez, come on already. All right, so I think it's weird that they didn't give like a little touch of green or something like that for the screen here, but that they did paint the arms of the PKE meter. I may have to customize that myself. I'm all for it, because these are never ever going to get sold. Never ever. I will never get rid of these. These are something I've wanted for a very, very long time. So now that I have them, they ain't going nowhere. In fact, after this video, they're pretty much going to be on my desk all the time. They do have peg holes in the feet. They look like they're all right. Here, I'll grab a stand real quick and see. This is like a standard size stand. It works pretty good. It's nice and snug, but not too tight. I didn't have to fight with it, so that's good. Oh, you know, I didn't even show the articulation. So basically, legs kind of like an old G.I. Joe guy. You know, you can do this, and they can bend at the knee at 90 degrees. Same thing with the hand or the arm. Bends at 90 degrees. We've got a bicep cut right there, and then the shoulder goes 180. The head is old school Hasbro style. It just goes left and right. There is not a ball rocker situation in there to give him like otherwise head articulation. The only reason why his head is moving like that is because I think it's just loose. but yeah, and there's our man Spengler. All right, so I'm gonna scoot him off, and then we're gonna look at Zedmore. Zedmore. Good old Ernie Hudson. I mean, it's close. It's not terrible. I got the stash going. That's good. He looks good. I like him, you know. And then here's the trap. The trap is fairly decently detailed. For the size that it is, I am digging the detail that they've put into it. The paint detail and everything. See, like they gave an extra color on this one. Why not on the PKE meter? And again, we'll take a look at the paint real quick. The face looks okay, although he is almost cross-eyed at some angles. Like right here, it kind of looks like he's looking at his nose. But aside from that, it's pretty good. I mean, you got to remember too, this is 3 1/4 inch. Like his head is the size of my thumb, and I have pretty small hands. Like I've got like tiny little girly artist hands, right? So, and I'm a big boy, so I have tiny hands for a big boy. It's weird. My wife likes that I have small hands. You know, she says I have artist hands. She appreciates that about me. Or at least she says she does. We know how that goes with women sometimes. And then, you know, coming down, the best articulation point in this thing is the waist, right? And we've got that little hook and ball situation where it grabs the rubber band, and the rubber band goes over the peg that's inside here, so that it doesn't come off, right? And it goes around where that screw hole is. So like the rubber band goes over that, and then on down. Bam. And then it connects to the little hook. There, we'll pull it out like that. See that hook? That's how it's connected. Pop that right back in. Alright, and then last, but definitely not least. Oh, he's stuck. I gotta have this packed back right. Is the heart of the Ghostbusters. Well, that would be Ray, but, you know. The leader of the Ghostbusters. Peter Venkman. Pete. Old Pete. And he has the untucked pants. I like it. I think it's I like the boot tucked in look better, but it's Venkman, and that's how Venkman always was. And so I like that they did that. I'm glad that they didn't give him, you know, and just didn't like go full on generic with every single body piece. And you know what? We'll take a look real quick at the jumpsuit. Like, let's open him up here. You can see the P tube, because that's what that is. That's a catheter tube. If you guys didn't know that, those yellow tubes that come off of them, these are flight suits, right? They're not you know janitorial jumpsuits. They're flight suits. So this is a P tube. That's, you know, they catheter themselves, and then they can just pee whenever they need to. I don't know where it goes. It looks like it goes into the belt, and that's weird. I mean, they're Ghostbusters. They must have been peeing and pooping themselves all the time. So, you know, look, things happen. You're busting ghosts, they scare the crap out of you. Crap's got to go somewhere. But yeah, and then the face sculpt is pretty good. That is very, like, simplified Bill Murray back in the day. I love them. I love these figures. They are stupendous and well done. They're not perfect, but they're exactly what they need to be. And if you have a chance to pick these up, do so. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you're going to love these things. Especially if you're a Ghostbusters fan who's, like, you know, close to your 50s and you played with G.I. Joe and all that, and you wanted Ghostbusters that would fit in with your G.I. Joe figures, bam, we got them. These are so good, and they're so fun. I'm super happy to have them in my collection. I hope, and this is a crazy hope, I know, because Hasbro just does not seem to want to give us ghosts, but I hope that we get ghosts in this scale. Now, I know that like you could probably use all the old ghosts from the Ghostbusters and all of that stuff, and they would just be like bigger, but they would work. You know, all the pack-in ghosts and all the mini ghosts and everything like that. They would work really well. Well, you know what? We got some manufacturing information back here too. Show that. Made in China. Not off the hair of my chinny China. And they are 2025. I'm gonna put this out there right now. This is going. I think that it's funny that it's 2025. This video was made in 2024. Okay, so the copyright starts in 2025, I guess. I don't know. So if you want to copy it, do it now. This is going to probably be one of my figures of the year. I'm not gonna lie. In my top 20, I got to get that video going pretty soon. But yeah, I got two countdown videos this year. One's gonna be the Gadonks of the year. And I'm serious, it's really gonna happen. And then the other one is gonna be my favorite figures of the year. And yeah. This is gonna be one of them. Not one of the best Gadonks, I will say. Although, I mean, that's not a terrible Gadonk for a flight suit. You know, he's got a little junk in the trunk. That's not terrible. All right, so I have done a zoom up enough. We're gonna do some photos, and then we're gonna close out with some final thoughts. All right, let's do that now. Time for final thoughts. And look, are these the ultimate best figures ever made of the Ghostbusters? No, hell no. Plasma Series is definitely way more articulated, way more detailed. They're better, honestly. Plasma Series is definitely the premium Ghostbuster figure. Although I do have a Peter Venkman Mondo figure coming to me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about that figure. Do I think it's gonna be the best Ghostbuster figure ever? I don't know. I still wish I could get a hold of some of those Diamond Select real Ghostbusters figures. Those look like they're my ultimate favorite. But I've never had one in hand, so I couldn't even tell you if they are. These are phenomenal. Are they like my new favorite Ghostbuster go-to? Yeah, they're gonna sit on my desk. They're gonna have like a very treasured position on my desk too. I love them. They are phenomenal. The only thing that would make them better is if we got real Ghostbusters versions of them in their colored jumpsuits and blue-gray, flight suit versions from Ghostbusters 2. Those are the only things that would make these any less in my eyes. Yeah, let's get them spinning while I talk about them. And close them out. On my scale from 1 to 10, I'm giving these figures, I'm going to give them a 10. Honestly, for nostalgic purposes, they hit the button. For something that's new, I still think they hit the button, right? They knocked these out of the park. The details, the colors are right, and they're not too drab, right? Like, because, it's all jumpsuit tan. But it's still got a nice punch to it, right? The facial sculpts are great. Are they amazing and perfect? No, but they're right for the scale. Some of the paint is off, and I might take a point, a percentage point off. You know, maybe like a 9.9. All right, you know what? Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll give them a 9.9, just because of Egon's glasses, okay? But that's the only thing that really irks me. Other than that, they are stupendous. These are some of my favorite new Ghostbuster toys. Like, they are so cool, so neat, and the fact that they fit into their own Ecto-1, and that you can pretty much put all 4 of them together. It's a little bit of work, but you can do it. They look good. They feel nice in the hand. Like, it's satisfying to hold one of these. I think Venkman's going to go places with me. I really enjoy these figures. I think the Ghostbusters team did a really good job with them, and I think that these are going to be something that people are going to be looking to get later, really hard. They're going to be looking really hard to get these. As far as I can recall, they sold out on Hasbro's website, and I don't know if you can still get them on Big Bad Toy Store, but I know you can still find them on Amazon. Granted, they're at a more premium price, but you can still get them. Damn toy flippers. Flipping toy flippers. Do I recommend these? Absolutely. I don't know if you can tell, but I am absolutely excited about these. I think that these are the coolest Ghostbusters toys that they've come out with in a long time. But Hasbro, come on, man. We need ghosts. We need something to bust, for crying out loud. We got something to drive them around in. We got something to do the busting with. Now we need something to bust. Stop playing with us. Like, Hasbro is so bad about this. Like, they re-released a bunch of the ghosts in the first wave, right? When they re-released the real Ghostbusters figures, they put out, what, the Eyeball Ghost, Slimer, State Puff, and that Toilet Monster. Those are not the best ghosts in the whole series. Like, they're just not. Like, where's the skeleton dude that, you know, I don't even remember his name, that's how long ago it was. Or the football guy, or the granny, you know, the postman. All of those are so good. And the fact that Hasbro is just not re-releasing them, I mean, like, what is going on? Why haven't we got an Ecto 2? Why haven't we got any of the fun stuff? We got all the basic stuff. We got the basics, right? We got a bunch of basic ghosts. We got a bunch of basic stuff for Ghostbusters. Where's the crazy fun stuff? The stuff that is going for crazy prices on the aftermarket right now. I mean, like, if you want that, the trash bug guy, you know, the trash man that turns into, like, the weird bug from the real Ghostbusters, you're going to pay, like, $30-40 for a junky one, right? I mean, granted, you can find it cheaper, but if you want it in good condition and carded, you're going to spend at least $100 for that, I think. But yeah, we need these. Stop playing with us, Hasbro. Stop playing with our emotions. We need to play with toys. Give them to us. All right, kids. I think that's enough rambling about these guys. I think you guys can clearly see how good they are, how well they're very well made. They're definitely worth the ticket price. It's a good price too. I mean, what was it, $30? Or no, it was like 40 something or other, maybe 50. But that's still less than, what is it, $13 a figure? That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Not in today's toy market. That's not terrible at all. And there's a nice premium box with it and all of that stuff. One that allows you to display your figures if you don't want them out of the box. Okay, so keep that in mind too. You don't have to open them. I mean, you never have to open them. Right, Venkman? That's right. All right. Well, as per usual, I want to say I love you all. Thank you for watching my video. Keep your eyes out for my end of the year videos. I'm going to be doing a Gadonks of the Year video. Ooh, spicy! And then I'm going to be doing my top 20. Maybe more. It might be more than 20 figures of the year. And what else do we got coming up? Well, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing my 500 subscribers videos now that I'm at almost 700 subscribers. Because I take forever to do everything, guys. I'm sorry, I do. I have decided that it's going to be subscribers, and you are, when I put up the video, you'll have to comment on the video and say you want to be entered into the raffle. We're going to be raffling off a Rock-On Masters of the Universe Origins figure. He is still packaged in the box. I might even have the mailer box that I can send it with. I might look for it just because it'll make my my shipping needs a lot easier, and it'll get to you, whoever you wind up being, in good condition. The only major condition that is going to be on this is that it's going to have to be somebody in the continental United States. Sorry. It's really expensive to send anything anywhere these days, and it's really expensive to send stuff outside of the United States. So it's going to have to be somebody incontinent, not incontinent, just in the continent. Because, I mean, if I have to figure out who's incontinent, that's going to be weird. I mean, how am I going to check? Ugh. Anyways, this has been Hyperdellic, showing you my Ghostbusters Plasma Pack 40th anniversary O-ring version, 1984, whatever, Ghostbusters figures. Go out and get you some. You're going to love them. Thank you guys for watching the video. I love you all. I hope you are having a great day. If this is the end of your day, I hope you had a fabulous day. If it's the beginning of your day, I hope the rest of your day is amazing. Remember to support the channel by hitting the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And if you want to do more than that, you can become a member and make a donation monthly to us. If you would like to not be a member but still give me money, there is the Patreon page. Haven't done much with it, not much at all, but there is music up there that you'll get. Some albums that I put together of music that I used for some of my videos. It's not bad. It's like you know, I made it all with Suno, so I mean it wasn't terribly hard. But yeah, again, thank you all, and I will see you on the next video. This has been Hyperdellic saying, play hard, play a lot hard. Peace out. Raw.